bulk of the stage, very strong for Summer. It'll be Oasis, Volskaya, Nimbani, and Havana. The final two maps, Nimbani and Orbs, she still can function.
Maybe that's a concession to the Sombra. Ding gets on out with the translocator, and Baby Bay and Popo are caught inside the grab. Gamsu gets up behind him, and he is splitting their attention somewhat, but he himself might be in the den of thieves. It's a 4-man EMP onto the Atlanta Reign, though, and Baby Bay and Darko are feeling it now. Sound barrier had to be applied by Massa, so at least his team would have a chance of fighting, and Popo comes through. He pushed out of that small corridor where the hammer is most effective, and getting 2 supports and a right heart ain't a bad day's work.
And it's actually very interesting. I mean, you're not really close to any ultimates.
You're switching for the last fight. It's never ideal. Baby Bay comes over the top. He had an EMP, though, when it connects with 5. But a grenade onto Dion Yongjin, which is going to make life even harder for Luffy and Cobra to try and keep those players up. And that bionic grenade from Luffy, well, it's not going to be forthcoming because he was hacked away from being able to use it. In the Atlanta Reign in the last moments have been able to come up with the answer here to Shanghai's multiple strange compositions, and they will look to take themselves this map. Gamsu drops onto the point here, and the Wrecking Ball will be hacked and dealt with rather quickly. And that shall be it. The Atlanta Reign look very good, and they make some very clever switches to deal with that Shanghai composition.
Perfect changes from the Atlanta Reign. In favor of Defran, you see though, Oasis goes in favor of the Atlanta Reign, but
first Dogman, now it's Popo dropping early. Luffy finding these important first picks, and the Atlanta Reign are scrabbling. They're trying to keep a foothold on this point. It's Dogman with the Transcendence front and center. Massa off towards the side, no longer benefiting from that Zenyatta healing. He could be in trouble, and he's taken down awfully fast, despite the fact that he got the sound barrier. Now Luffy, just to cap off his achievements in first picks early on, now he's going to go for a Transcendence, paving the way for the Shanghai Dragons, who've already got 2.5 ticks of permanent progress. DM is down, but Luffy finds yet another. This guy just does not stop.
Atlanta is stabilizing here, though. As they use the nano boost on Baby Bay, they build up another grab. They finally deal with Gamsu. They do have some players here on the point, Atlanta. You still have your Ana, your Lucio. You're going to be able to deal with Young 3 against 1 for the Dragon.
Popo a long way forward here. He's going to be forced to play with the rest of his team now as Atlanta recording inside a Graviton Surge. Massa has to play back right now. He's currently hacked. And Darko and Popo are split off from the rest of the team. The Dragons now need to make use of this, though. This Transcendence was supposed to let them get in and get aggressive and get reckless, but they took too long and they took their sweet time. And now it's a 2-for-1 trade favoring Atlanta. They lost Popo, but that often seems to happen in these fights. Ersta's able to stand tall, and the EMP, man, it just comes a little bit late in the day.
Yeah, I mean, it comes as soon as Ding gets it, but it is not good enough. No Matrix that you could do there.
Ding was hoping to go for an EMP here. Look how low he is! He still managed to get that ultimate off somehow, but Dogman has the Transcendence to keep the Atlanta Reign healed up through this mess. Gamsu and Ding fell so close together now. The Shanghai Dragons, this has been abysmal as opposed to their previous defense here. The Atlanta Reign have figured it out. As soon as Ding is away, the Atlanta Reign will play. And look at that attempted charge there from Gamsu. He's knocked out of the way. He won't even have a chance to
save himself. Maybe he can get like a Zarya bubble.
I mean, look, there's no Diva. No one's going to eat up these bionic grenades, but that one didn't really connect. It hit a shield. Ding, though, going to go for that EMP here. Ersta stunned up, but that Transcendence still got to be used there. There's a lot of ways to avoid getting EMP to this part of the map. It's easy to break line of sight. An extremely long-range Graviton Surge here as Baby Bay actually turns around, so he's probably not headshot as easily. And I think Popo's going to get caught there. He got hacked, and finally the Dragons are able to, I'd say they brute forced this problem map, but they get there in the end.
Yes,
bars are, and Ding's going to get given a nano boost here. Up high in the sky, and now he can play more aggressively because he's more durable, and he does just that. Ersta, it's yet another rocket dumped on top of him, and the Atlanta Reign are going to get bundled unceremoniously out of Volskaya here. The Shanghai Dragons, having already captured point A, are in position to win the map.
No, you look at the Dragons and they don't have a Diva in the lineup. You think maybe you can take advantage of them with some different types of comps. And the Dragons just look at Atlanta. They know that they're not going to play something with a lot of damage dealers heavy. Nothing to deal with the damage dealers of the Shanghai Dragons. They get a hold there on point A. They will take map number 2 to tie the series up.
Just
looking at their schedule. I mean, if you're able to win this, then you go into the Soul series.
Frustrating there. He actually would have had the full hack if his target wasn't knocked out of his line of sight there. Darko's going to go in now for that self-destruct play. The Transcendence wouldn't have protected the Dragons. But DM knocked to the ground now. The Dragons look very good on this attacking side here. Popo and Dogman go down early, and the Rangers seem to be in disarray.
Yeah, and I think the worst part,
they have a rally at least though, and they're close to a Transcendence, so they push up here. Looks like Dogman and Erster both got knocked down. I think it was Erster knocked down, Dogman stunned up by a Brigitte after the fact, but Yongjin still removed. EMP comes out here. Maybe it's a little bit late in the day, go, because Gamsu needed help so badly, and it wasn't an EMP that it required. And it will be Atlanta getting home. They were probably wait for the Dragons to commit, and he has to hope that it won't get eaten from over his left shoulder. DM's able to get his grab off first, but no one was caught in that either, so very odd start to this fight. Ding desuited now. Baby Bay, yes, they managed to chase down the desuited Diva, so this is where he starts to think about using that Graviton Surge in earnest now. Transcendence from Coma, but everyone's got to get caught together. Even the sound barrier, you use everything coming out for the Shanghai Dragons, but it still won't be enough. Losing the Diva when they did, and Atlanta had saved key ultimates. Now the Dragons may not have any.
And Ding isn't really like kind of going behind enemy lines trying to poke as well. You know, he's only about 50% of the way there towards that EMP.
Goes to Hacked again. He's getting pretty used to that this series. Famasa has a sound barrier. They found Coma, though. This has got to be the floodgates opening. The Dragons give us a bit of Shang-9 action to finish off the round. The Atlanta Reign take the third map in the series, make it 2 for them.
The damage is really going to like just kind of tear through people. Havana potentially last one.
Bend, and the Atlanta Reign look at them very quickly, trying to assert themselves and take space. Draw the line in the sand, so to speak. Who's going to help Popo here? He might be in a bit of trouble, especially with an Orb of Discord Omen and Erster having his immortality field taken away. Popo now again is going to get completely crushed. It was the EMP, of course, that connected, and really there was no way anyone was going to escape that one. Dogman trying to evade DM as long as he could, eventually gets caught by the swing of Gamsu's hammer, and the Atlanta Reign.
Now, really nice play between Darko and Dogman.
It's got to be an EMP out the window here with Ding at some point, surely. First shadow attempt there. There's a Transcendence, though, for the Shanghai Dragons. It was 3 people connected with by Popo's hammer. And Ding has to translocate out. This is where the Reign can really start pressuring now in a 6v5 scenario. 4 players caught out, though, by the EMP, but the sound barrier was still able to be applied to them. Unfortunately, having the Zenyatta or the Zarya there are your 2 main sources of damage. DM charged out by Popo, but he had no one to help him finish the kill on the Zarya, so DM keeps his charge and has a grab for next fight.
Yeah, it was still a pretty good hold there. The sight here, the break, potentially the EMP, is they're going to be able to get the sound barrier off.
Well, they get the sound barrier. Ursa's able to turn around and get rid of Ding. DM gets his grab eaten by Darko for the 2nd time this series, if I'm not mistaken, and Darko gets 2. And that should be enough. Gamsu now is going to get knocked off. The Discord Orb was there. They will probably stagger Luffy a little bit here as he had his rally armor, which just ended up prolonging his demise at the end of the day. And it's going to happen here. Well, not at all. 13 seconds, Ding. Close to another EMP, and why not just drop one in? Look at the patience. He is waiting because Dogman is currently inside of Transcendence. Still a little bit of healing available for the Reign, but then 4 players got hacked by that EMP. Erster down. Master desperately has to just go to the payload, and with the Dragons with a sound barrier, it's impossible for them to lose this fight. There's not going to be any cheekiness. Master's snuck onto the payload, though. He's pushing it, but it looks like the Dragons are aware of that. They do know. Double back and they deal with him, and that was it really for the Reign. No other options. Erster trying to get there. He at least gets a pile driver onto the payload, but gets blown up awfully fast, and there it is. We've got ourselves a map 5. The Shanghai Dragons strike back here on Havana, and we are going to get maximum Overwatch for today. There is no doubt about it.
Difference today in this match.
So how do you force a team to stop playing Sombra and play Diva instead?
Like touch, you can just double back, pick him up off the point.
Early grab here. This is going to keep the Reign off the point. They might not have a chance to touch it at all here. Dogman is able to get clear. Popo is able to walk out. He had that fortify. Going to set himself up on the point now, but dealing with both Coma and Gamsu, there is really not a lot he can do about it at all. Luffy eventually going to find the kill on the Shanghai Dragons in map 5. They triumph over the Atlanta Reign, and Baby Bay's head in his hands. He knows they had ample opportunity to take this series away, and now that tentative position they kept at mid-table may be beyond them.
And this is tough for Atlanta. I mean, the Dragons squeak away.